The highest paying trade jobs in 2026 aren't the hardest ones. They're ones even lazy people could do. When people hear the trades, they picture heavy lifting, smelling like shit, and long days in the weather, grinding themselves just to earn a decent paycheck. But there's an entire category of trade jobs companies are desperate to fill that don't work like that at all. Don't get me wrong, when I say lazy, I mean low physical strain, system-based work, where technology and process do most of the heavy lifting. I saw this firsthand after spending over a decade in property management and maintenance, working directly with the trades, utilities, and infrastructure teams. The people who were calm, steady, and well paid weren't working harder, they were working in the right jobs. The ones burned out and stuck were usually doing the hardest physical work with no plan to move up. The reason the pay keeps climbing in these jobs is simple. Demand keeps rising and almost no one is lining up to fill them. These companies aren't desperate because the jobs are bad. They're desperate because most people don't even know these roles exist. Some of these jobs are very boring day to day, but that boring is exactly why they're stable, overlooked, and quietly paying insane money. So in this video, I'm breaking down the trade jobs that are desperate for workers in 2026, pay extremely well, and don't require you to wreck your body to make a decent living. I'll explain what each job actually does, why companies can't hire fast enough, and how having basic HVAC, electrical, or plumbing knowledge can actually give you a massive edge, even when the job title doesn't sound like a trade job at all. Let's start with the one almost nobody's ever heard of, but absolutely should. Job number one is a utility meter technician. You're not installing meters on roofs in the rain. You're testing, calibrating, and maintaining the systems that measure electricity, gas, and water usage. Most of this work happens in controlled environments like meter shops, testing labs, or during scheduled site visits. Pay starts around $45,000 to $55,000 for entry-level positions. With experience and certification, you're looking at $65,000 to $85,000. Now, just to be clear, these ranges depend on location, union coverage, and overtime, but the demand is real across the board. Here's why demand is surging: because utilities are replacing old analog meters with smart meters across the country. That's millions of units that need testing, programming, and field verification. Most of these companies can't find enough people who understand basic electrical theory and can follow technical procedures. The upside no one talks about: utility jobs come with pension plans, real pensions, not just a 401k match, actual defined benefit retirement plans that are almost extinct everywhere else. You also get strong union protection, predictable schedules, and overtime whenever you want it. The barrier to entry is much lower than you would think. Most utility companies will train you if you have a high school diploma and can pass a basic aptitude test. If you've taken any electrical or mechanical courses, even at a community college, you jump the line. This job is perfect for someone who likes technical work, wants stability, and doesn't mind repetitive tasks done with precision. Skip this if you need constant variety or can't handle working solo for long stretches. Job number two is a fire alarm inspector. You're not fighting fires, you're testing systems. Fire alarm inspectors verify that detection and suppression systems work properly in commercial buildings. You test smoke detectors, pull stations, sprinkler flow, and control panels. Then you document everything and file reports with the fire marshal. At the 160 unit apartment complex that I manage, we would have the fire marshal come in twice a year, and also these inspectors, in order to maintain a certificate of occupancy. Oftentimes throughout the year, I would place a call over the phone and they would be able to correct it remotely. Entry-level inspectors make $40,000 to $50,000. Certified inspectors with NICET credentials earn $60,000 to $80,000. If you start your own inspection company, you can clear $100,000 plus working for yourself. Demand is driven by regulation. Every commercial building needs regular inspections. It's not optional. Hospitals, schools, offices, warehouses, apartment complexes all need inspectors, and multiple times a year. There aren't enough inspectors to meet compliance deadlines, which is why companies are hiring aggressively. The hidden upside of this job is schedule control. You book your own inspections, you plan your route. Most of the work is daytime, weekday hours with minimal emergency callouts. The physical demand is minimal. You're walking buildings, climbing ladders occasionally, and doing visual and functional tests. Barrier to entry requires an NICET level 1 or level 2 certification. You can study for this on your own. Most people pass within 3 to 6 months of focused study. But if you have a background in electrical, HVAC, or building systems, the certification process is even faster. faster. This job is ideal for someone who likes independence, doesn't mind paperwork, and wants a business you can eventually scale. Skip this if you hate routine testing or can't stand being in commercial buildings all day. Now, before I go any further, I want to talk about a couple things that's really going to help you out and connect you to a few of these jobs. A lot of people watching this are stuck between a couple different problems. One, they don't have a degree, so they think that they're not going to be able to get one of these jobs. Or two, they don't know what the day-to-day is actually like working these jobs, so they're afraid to commit. And that's exactly why I recommend Course Careers, because they all start with a free intro course that's going to break down exactly what the career is, what you're going to be tasked with day to day, and who it's a good fit for. Without spending anything, you're going to be able to determine the right career path for you. The first step is career discovery, finding the right career path that you're truly passionate about and that you could see yourself doing long term. The second step is acquiring the skills needed to perform that job day one. But remember, you can have all the skills in the world, but if you don't know how to stand out to recruiters or hiring managers, you're never going to be seen. And that's what Course Careers includes. It includes this entire process laid out step by step for you. If you decide to purchase the full course, you'll get $50 off using the link below. Second, you'll learn how to get hired, like resume positioning, interview prep, how to pitch yourself to employers who are desperate to fill for these roles. They have courses that connect you directly with the trades that make you a very desirable candidate, no matter what the job title. If you're looking at jobs like a SCADA tech, building automation, or pipeline control, having IT fundamentals makes you a way stronger candidate. Here's the part most people miss. The free intro course gives you clarity on what the job actually is. You're not forced into committing to a career like trade school and college and incurring debt. You get this all for free. You get to see the inside of the job before you actually pay anything. You use the software, you see the tools, you get to see the workflows, and you can even use their free AI career counselor to determine which path is best for your background. No course guarantees a job, but what it will give you is clarity in the skills that you need to actually get hired. Knowing what the job actually is before you invest time and money, that's the part that saves you years. Again, the link is down below where you can start for free, and if you decide on one of their full courses, you'll get $50 off using that link. Now let's keep going because the next few jobs are where things get really interesting. Job number 3 is a parking garage systems technician. You're maintaining automated parking systems like gates, pay stations, access control, and sensors. Most of your work is troubleshooting why a gate won't open, a card reader won't scan, or a payment kiosk is offline. It's a mixture of mechanical, electrical, and basic IT work. Pay starts at $40,000 to $50,000 for entry-level techs. Experienced techs with vendor certifications, $60,000 to $75,000. If you work for a major parking management company in a high-cost city, $80,000 plus is common. The demand exists for these roles because parking infrastructure is aging and no one is training new techs. Airports, hospitals, universities, and downtown garages all rely on these systems. When they break, revenue stops immediately. That's what creates urgency and leverage for people who know how to fix them. The upside is variety without heavy lifting. You're visiting multiple sites, solving different problems, and rarely doing the same repair twice. It's hands-on, but it's not demolition work. Barrier to entry is minimal. Most companies will train you if you have basic mechanical aptitude and can troubleshoot logically. If you've worked with PLC systems, access control, or low voltage wiring, you're already ahead. This job is perfect for someone who likes solving puzzles, doesn't mind driving between sites, and wants a niche that's overlooked. Skip this if you need structured routine or can't handle being on call for occasional after-hour fixes. Job number 4 is a water treatment plant operator. You're monitoring and controlling the systems that make drinking water safe. You adjust chemical dosing, test water quality, monitor flow rates, and log everything for state compliance. Most of your shift is spent in a control room watching screens and running tests in the lab. Entry-level operators make $40,000 to $50,000. Class C or Class B operators earn $55,000 to $70,000. Class A operators in major metro areas make $75,000 to $95,000 a year. Demand is driven by regulation and retirement. Every city needs clean drinking water. Every plant needs certified operators, and the current workforce is aging out faster than new operators are entering the field. The upside is stability you can't get anywhere else. Water plants don't shut down. Your job is recession proof. You also get strong benefits, pensions, and shift differentials if you work nights or weekends. The barrier to entry requires state certification, which varies by state, Most operators start as trainees and work towards their Class C license within 6 to 12 months. If you have any background in chemistry, environmental science, or industrial processes, you move through this a lot faster. This job is ideal for someone who values security, doesn't mind shift work, and likes technical work without physical strain. Skip this if you can't handle repetitive monitoring or working in industrial environments. Job number 5 is a building automation technician. You're programming and maintaining the systems that control HVAC, lighting, and energy management in commercial buildings. You work with software platforms to optimize building performance. Most of your time is spent on a laptop, not a ladder. Entry-level techs make $50,000 to $60,000. Certified techs with vendor credentials make $70,000 to $90,000. Senior techs managing multiple sites clear $100,000 plus. Demand is exploding because every new commercial building is built smart from day one. Every old building is getting retrofitted to save on energy costs. Property managers need people who troubleshoot systems, not just reset them. The upside is that you're learning IT skills while working in the trades. You're dealing with networks, sensors, controllers, and cloud platforms. That skill set transfers directly into IT roles if you ever want to pivot. The barrier to entry is higher than most jobs on this list. You need to understand HVAC basics, electrical theory, and how to read building schematics. If you have HVAC experience or IT experience, you can cross-train into this role much faster. This job is perfect for someone who likes tech, wants to work in the trades without the heavy lifting, and enjoys solving complex problems. Skip this if you're not comfortable learning new software programs constantly. Job number 6 is a gas control room operator. You're monitoring natural gas pipelines from a control center. You watch pressure levels, flow rates, and system alerts on multiple screens. If something's wrong, you remotely adjust valves, notify field crews, or shut down sections of the pipeline. This is a high responsibility, low movement job. Entry-level operators make $55,000 to $65,000. Experienced operators, $75,000 to $95,000. Senior operators managing critical infrastructure clear $100,000 to $120,000. Demand exists because natural gas infrastructure is expanding, but the workforce isn't. Every new pipeline, compressor station, and distribution hub needs certified control room operators. The upside is that you're working in a climate-controlled environment with strong union backing. You also get shift differentials, overtime opportunities, and pensions. The barrier to entry requires passing a background check, drug screening, and completing operator training. Most companies will train you if you can demonstrate reliability and pass their aptitude tests. If you have any experience in utilities, military operations, or process control, you're a strong fit. This job is ideal for someone who could stay focused for long periods, handle high responsibility without panic, and work with rotating shifts. Skip this if you need physical activity to stay engaged or can't handle the pressure of monitoring critical systems. Job number 7 is a railroad signal operator. You're controlling train traffic from a dispatch center. You monitor track conditions, switch signals, and coordinate train movements to prevent conflicts. Most of your shift is spent watching monitors and communicating with train crews. Entry-level signal operators make $50,000 to $60,000. Certified operators make $70,000 to $85,000. Senior dispatchers and major rail hubs make $90,000 to $110,000. Demand is strong because freight rail is expanding and passenger rail is modernizing. Every rail company needs more dispatchers than they can train. The upside is federal rail jobs come with excellent benefits and pensions. You also get overtime, shift differentials, and strong union protection. The barrier to entry requires passing Federal Railroad Administration training and certification. Railroads will train you if you have a clean background and can pass their assessments. If you have military experience or worked in logistics, you're already a strong candidate. This job is perfect for someone who likes high-stakes coordination, doesn't mind shift work, and values long-term job security. Skip this if you can't handle irregular schedules or the stress of managing live traffic. Job number 8 is a pipeline controller. You're remotely monitoring oil, gas, or water pipelines from a control room. You track flow, pressure, and system performance using SCADA software. If a leak is detected or pressure drops, you isolate sections, alert field teams, and coordinate repairs. Entry-level controllers make $60,000 to $75,000. Experienced controllers earn $85,000 to $105,000. Senior controllers managing critical infrastructure is $110,000 to $130,000. Demand is high because pipeline networks are aging and expanding simultaneously. Every pipeline operator needs more controllers than they can hire. The upside is you're working for energy companies with strong compensation packages. You get bonuses, stock options, and retirement benefits most trades don't offer. The barrier to entry requires SCADA training and passing strict background checks. Most companies will train you if you can demonstrate technical aptitude and reliability. If you have experience in utilities, process control, or industrial automation, you're ahead of the curve. This job is ideal for someone who can handle high responsibility, likes working with real-time data, and wants top-tier compensation. Skip this if you can't handle the pressure of managing infrastructure that impacts millions of people. Job number 9 is a SCADA technician. Unlike pipeline controllers who operate systems, SCADA techs actually build and maintain the systems behind the scenes. You're installing, configuring, and maintaining the systems that monitor and control industrial processes. SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. These systems run everything from water plants to power grids to manufacturing floor. You're the person who makes sure the sensors, controllers, and networks all talk to each other properly. Entry-level SCADA techs make $55,000 to $70,000. Certified techs with vendor credentials earn $80,000 to $100,000, and senior techs managing critical systems clear $110,000 to $140,000. Demand is surging because every industrial facility is upgrading to modern SCADA platforms, and there aren't enough techs who understand both the IT side and the industrial side. The upside is that you're building a skill set that's in demand across multiple industries. Water, energy, manufacturing, transportation, they all need SCADA techs. The barrier to entry is significant. You need to understand networking, programming, industrial controls, and how to read electrical schematics. If you have IT experience or industrial automation experience, you can cross-train into this role. This job is perfect for someone who likes complex technical work, wants high earning potential, and doesn't mind continuous learning. Skip this if you're not comfortable with both the IT and industrial systems. Job number 10 is a utility dispatcher, coordinating field crews, managing outage response, and prioritizing emergency repairs for electric, gas, and water companies. You work from a dispatch center, tracking crew locations, monitoring system alerts, and communicating with customers and field teams. Entry-level dispatchers make $45,000 to $55,000. Experienced dispatchers earn $65,000 to $80,000. Senior dispatchers in metro areas make $85,000 to $100,000 plus. Demand is constant because utilities can't function without dispatch coordination. Every storm, outage, or system failure requires skilled dispatchers to manage response. The upside is strong job security, excellent benefits, and overtime opportunities during emergencies. You also get pension plans and union protection. The barrier to entry requires passing utility-specific training and background checks. Most utility companies will train you if you can demonstrate reliability and strong communication skills. If you have experience in customer service, logistics, or emergency response, you're a strong candidate. This job is ideal for someone who likes coordination, can stay calm under pressure, and wants stability in a high-demand field. Skip this if you can't handle stress during major outages or don't like shift work. That's the list. 10 trade jobs that are desperate for workers, pay well, and don't require you to destroy your body. Most people will never hear about these roles because they're not the ones that get talked about. That's exactly why this opportunity exists. If you're still trying to figure out which career path makes sense for you, use Course Career's free AI career counselor down below. You can answer a few questions about your background, your interests, what kind of work that you're actually looking for, and it recommends that free intro course based on your answers. You can ask it anything you want: salary expectations, day-to-day work, what skills you need, how people actually get hired. It shows you real job titles you qualify for and explains why each path might fit or might not fit. This is what helped me transition into my remote job benefiting from the blue-collar industry. I didn't waste time guessing. I got clarity first. Which one surprised you the most, or which one would you never do? The $50 discount is below, so make sure you use that link. You will only get the $50 discount if you use the link below. And if you do end up purchasing, you'll get my continued support. But which one of these jobs surprised you the most, and which one of these would you never do? Comment down below and make sure to like and subscribe. Hey everyone, it's Blue Collar Matt. Just want to say thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and watch the next video.